Jules here. We're going to talk about growing your own herbs for your kitchen. You should start now if you want it for next year. Okay, here is our herb station, all of 25 feet from our kitchen, and we have a variety of herbs in here, some of which are annual, will have to be replaced, but most of this stuff you can start now in the fall. You can still start it in the spring if you want, but obviously you'll get a better jump getting the root system established and a bigger, bushier plant if you start it in the fall. Okay, so what do we have here? This is English thyme. That's actually a 2018 plant that once was in the ground and was transplanted to a 5-gallon bucket. So next year will be year 5, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That would be year 5. Here is rosemary. Same thing, the mother plant is from 2018. These plants were propagated, there's 3 in there, in 2020. So that's a year 4, it'll be year 5 next year. This is oregano that we are establishing. It's in a smaller container. It will be upplanted to a 5-gallon bucket in the spring. And so we can get a nice bushy oregano in our herb center. We also have chocolate mint, which doesn't really taste like chocolate, but we have mint, and lemon balm. Then we have a selection of sage. This is a Biergarten sage. This is a tricolor sage. This is a golden edge sage. Next up, this is marjoram. And marjoram is essentially a substitute for oregano. We planted that this year because last year we removed all of our oregano in ground, and so we needed something quick to use in the kitchen for now. And we are reestablishing more oregano in ground and of course in the container. Here is stevia. Stevia is a sweetener, and we put that in the container there in the spring of this year. That's from seed. This is actually French tarragon, which is good for fish, chicken, things of that nature. It's in a 5-gallon container already. This is year 1, and it's bushy, but it gets leggy, as you can see here. And it's semi-perennial. We will see if it'll make it through the winter this year. Hopefully it will. I will be moving that inside cover just to help it survive the hard winter. Now these are annuals, of course. This is basil that's gone to flower. That's called a compact basil. Nice for containers. If you put those in the ground, they get really big. And then here you can see a ruby basil, and it's in a much smaller container, and you can tell the effect of that. The roots do not have enough nutrition to really grow that plant, but it is used to give a subtle difference in flavor when using basil. Also in our herb station, and again, this is for cooking, okay? So we can just walk out here, grab what we want, fresh, as fresh as it gets, and use it. So we have a selection of peppers as well. This is a cayenne pepper. This is a jalapeno. These are called super hot chili, and we've made powder out of that. That's a really good chili. It is for containers. Highly recommend getting that into the mix. You can pop them off singularly, throw them in a soup, or you could pull off a bunch and crush them up and make chili powder, whatever. This is actually a Cubanelle pepper. And if you grow these in a container, they mimic a banana pepper. If you grow them in the ground and let the peppers get large enough, they will mimic a bell pepper. It's a very versatile pepper. Now we also have cilantro, something else you can establish in the fall. And the cilantro, we'll cut it back. Hopefully it overwinters well, so we get a head start on next year's crop. And then of course when it bolts later in the summer, we can take the seed and use the spice, the coriander. Quick tip on 5-gallon buckets. Just happened to be in Lowe's yesterday, $3.78 a piece. Those 5-gallon containers I just had in this video here, got them for $1 a piece from a local nursery. I just walked up and said, how much? I went back in their stack. They've got stacks and stacks and stacks of plastic containers. I just asked the guy, how much for one? $1. You get it 4 for 1. If you go to Lowe's or go to a nursery, 4 to 1. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that, growing your own herbs for the kitchen. Great little video there. I hope you got some tips, and we'll see you next time. 3, 2, 1. Peace, y'all. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that. Don't forget to subscribe. 3, 2, 1.